Hello and welcome everyone to this new moon card reading on the 14th of July 2026. It's the birthday of my son, my younger child. And I'm so, in a way, I wonder about this moon and what it means for him. Because this new moon is truly a moon of returning to nurturing ourselves. It is it's the sun and the moon together in Cancer. And Cancer is the archetype of the Great Mother. And so I suppose we are asked to remember that we are not alone, that there is this greater power that holds us, that helps us, that supports us. And we are also asked to look at what needs reseeding, perhaps. And I'm saying reseeding because when we take into consideration the Mercury retrograde, which is also in Cancer, then it becomes very clear that this is not a new moon of new seeds. It's a moon of coming back to something that perhaps we've begun before and that we now have an opportunity to finish. So it's a time of looking after ourselves, honoring ourselves, doing our very best to deal with the memories that might come up from the past. See how we can do more healing on the ancestral lines and to clear the wounds that we carry from our ancestors. But I think the biggest message for me when I read the astrology of this day is the returning to the divine feminine. And it is so uncanny that I think about 6 weeks ago, I had the idea of this 3-day Divine Mother retreat, 3 evenings actually, Divine Mother retreat. And at that time, I didn't know anything about this amazing astrology. I just knew I wanted to honor the Divine Mother in the form of Mary and Kuan Yin, and then Mary Magdalene, whose feast day is on the 22nd of July. And so I did that. And now I read this astrology and I think, well, the timing couldn't be better. So I just want to say, I'll put the link to the retreat at the bottom of the recording and have a look. If your heart resonates with what I'm saying, then perhaps you would like to join me and my soul sisters, the women who are already in the circle. You would like to join us for this 3 evenings of communion with the Divine Mother. So, having said all of this, let's now get to the card reading for today and the next 14 days until the full moon. I'm always very excited about what the cards reveal. And very often it is so surprising. Not exactly what I expect. So let's have a look. Well, this is kind of really, really beautiful. The first card I've drawn is the card of purpose. And we've talked about seeding. And this card speaks to us about fulfilling the purpose for which we came here. So it's about becoming clear what is ours to do and then getting on and doing that. And when we are in alignment with our purpose, with our soul purpose, things begin to flow. Healing can happen. Our lives take on a different energy, and a lot of things that we were stuck in, they begin to resolve. So there's this question that the card asks: what is your soul purpose? What do you need to bring into being or to bring to fruition? Because we've been at this for a long time, many lifetimes. The second card is the labyrinth. And it's the labyrinth of new beginnings. We have in the cards, we have two labyrinths. One is the alpha, the new beginning, which is this one. And one is the omega. Something is coming to a conclusion. And this is about new beginnings. And isn't it wonderful that we always are given opportunities to start anew? That we don't need to keep going with the things that don't work. We can stop and we can start again. And this is such a new beginning today. Perhaps it is for you to let yourself fall into the arms of this power, this loving, feminine power, and let yourself be held. And then the last card is the card of the red road. Yeah. So we are on this walk from east to west, from birth to death. And if we do this right, then we make this walk into a medicine walk, an opportunity to learn the lessons that are presented to us, to turn them into wisdom, and above all, I suppose, into gratitude. So the first card speaks about purpose, our soul purpose, and that's becoming so important to really find out, why am I here? What is mine to do? No one else can do that, because no one else is exactly equipped like you are to fulfill this purpose. And then the promise of a new beginning. Yes, we can begin anew. Sometimes it takes huge courage to start again. But courage is something that we will be asked for, I think, more and more as time goes on. In this crazy world, it will be courage that sees us through. And hope. And coming back into our own stillness. This is all in here, coming back to center. And then to say, yes. Yes, we say, to this red road, to this earth path. If we say yes to everything that we encounter, the things that we like, and equally the experiences that we would rather not have, then we remove resistance and we allow space for our soul to come through. And then perhaps we may find that everything in the end can be a blessing. I wish you a wonderful new moon, and I wish you a good time ahead these next 2 weeks. And drop me a message, please, if you want to share. Many blessings and much love.
I honor you, just the way